What up? What up? What's the business? Top of the top. What's popping? What's cracking? What's good? Starting off rough today, y'all. Just went to bed about 3 something. We had a late night show last night, and we had a very, very good show. It was one of our best shows because we're showing unity for New York. For those that don't know, a lot of people been talking crazy about New York, and they've been distorting our history. A lot of people have been taking shots at the Big Apple. A lot of people been, putting out a lot of misconceptions. And there's been a lot of, a lot of YouTube creators, content creators been beefing from the town. And we you know what I'm saying? We starting a unity movement. And last night on Grown Man Talk, that's what we did. The grown men sat down at the table and we setting it off. But so I'm just saying that because I know I usually start earlier than this, but I didn't go to bed about 3 something. I had to get up this morning and prep for the show. It's not going to be a real long show, but it's going to be a positive show. It's going to be a powerful show. Y'all know how I do it. You understand? Salute to the chat. What's up, Alan? You was in the building last night, man. You up? You the first one here. You see? Because I got a hustler's mentality. You know what I'm saying? I go to bed late. I get up early. You know what I'm saying? I'll pay for it later. But yeah, we're going to touch on some topics today. It's the For No Fame Prime Time episode 49. Kanye West homeboy, Virgil, the CEO of Off-White, for those who know about designer, the director of Louis Vuitton, he died. He died the other day. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people know about it, some people don't. But I'm going to get into a few depths and details about this situation. You understand? And they say he died of cancer at the age of 41. You understand? And I'm also going to get into how, Kanye West, he wiped his Instagram account clean following the death of his homeboy. I'm also going to be getting to Trey Songz on how he's reportedly being investigated for sexual assault in Las Vegas. So we got some things to cover today. Salute to the chat. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Rondell. Thanks for the support yesterday. We started out late yesterday because my boy P had a real life situation going on yesterday, and that's the only reason why we came on late. We didn't come on at like 12 something last night. You did a real life situation. Everything is good with him. Everything is good now, but he had a real life situation, and that's why we didn't come on at 10. You know what I'm saying? We didn't even know if we was gonna come on last night, but we still dropped the show. It was very positive. I want to say salute and thanks to everybody that's new pulling up in the building this morning. Salute the Redemption Goddess, Saturated in Love, GMAC 914. I definitely see y'all. Like I said, when you pull up at this show, just know we family. You know what I'm saying? And it's nothing but love and respect in the chat. And when you leave here, you're gonna get some information. I'm gonna try to start your day off right, and you might get a little comedy depending on how I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? But everything I do is from the heart when I spill it. You understand? And that's what I do for my people. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna talk about some things this morning. Now, with this guy Virgil Abloh, I don't know how to pronounce his name, so I'm not gonna play myself, right? But his name is Virgil. Now, y'all always heard about Kanye West talking about his man Virgil. You also know that he fell out with Virgil, you understand? Because Virgil used to work for him, but Virgil had became the director of Louis Vuitton. And this is dealing with the fashion industry. For those who don't know, the fashion industry is a very elite industry, all right? It's a powerful industry, and don't get it twisted. The Rainbow Gang has a lot of power. They are the fashion industry. I'm just going to keep it real. You understand? And it's a lot of things going on with this thing. I'm not going to make no false allegations. All I'm gonna do is give my opinion, and I'm gonna say allegedly, and I'm gonna give a disclaimer before I get into it. But for those that's been paying attention, y'all know Virgil was Kanye West's man, and he was one. He was one of the. If I'm not mistaken, he the one that helped him with the Yeezy whole situation. You did, but it was a time when him and Virgil fell out, or I say Virgil went his own way. When Kanye West was going on his rants, when Kanye West was the You know, nobody liked him no more. Everybody kicked him to the side. You know, Virgil was doing his own thing. And I don't think we ever seen Virgil come to Kanye West's defense or even aligned himself with Kanye West. But another thing we have to understand is that Kim Kardashian also did business with Virgil. You know what I'm saying? And this is what you got to understand. See, all that shit go to, you know, Kim K just dropped the Fendi line, but when you really go behind the scenes, you find out you'll see Fendi, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, all of them under the same umbrella. For those who don't know, so when everybody went on that rant about Gucci and they not wearing Gucci no more, they ran a Fendi, they ran a Louis, but they don't know that they all under the same umbrella. You understand? And I also dropped the video months ago about the designer shoe scam. You dig? On how a lot of that shit is really made in China, right? But the finishing touches, that's the part that's made in Italy. You understand? They start out in China, and then when the last detailing of a lot of these designer shoes, a lot of these designer, you know, leather situations, certain trimmings, whatever, the polishing ends, when they finish the product, that's when they ship it to Italy, and Italy finishes off the product and tops it off with certain detail and certain textures. You know what I'm saying? Certain soles, like the sneaker. Like let's look at the Balenciaga shoe, right? The shoe is made in China. The whole design is made in China, but they ship it to Italy. Italy might just finish it with the sole. You did. They might just put the sole on it or certain other details. They've been doing this for a long time, even with the pocketbooks, the belts, all of that. So that's why I've been did the video on the designer shoe scan. Because once I found out the information, I put it out there. You did. And this is also a plan on how they've been ripping people off for a long time with that designer shit. You understand? I'm just being real. And I like designer shit too. I like fly shit. I like the nice shit too. Don't get it fucked up. You understand? But you got to understand the game when you're dealing with managing your money and spending your money. You got to understand some of these things are straight robbery because we already know the elite got money invested in these companies, and this is how it goes. We also know the movie just dropped a couple of weeks ago, The House of Gucci. You dig? And I want to see that movie when I get a chance because I'm pretty sure it's going to go into details about how a lot of this designer shit first started. And when you heard House of Gucci, that's a family. That's a noble family. You understand? Some would say Illuminati family, but you got to understand some of these names and some of these brands, that's what they trace back to. Elite families. You dig? Rich bloodlines. So that's why you got to understand what's going on a lot. And that's why you'll see we was always designed or programmed to chase designer clothes and to chase all type of brands. But Virgil, you know, he was the CEO of Off-White, for those who don't know. And I realize a lot of people still don't know what Off-White is. You dig? Now, from my knowledge of Off-White, you know what I'm saying? I started peeping Off-White, I say about three and a half years ago when I really started paying attention to it. And that's when I learned, like, okay, boom. You know, you got the Air Force Ones, you know, you got Jordans, you got a lot of different clothes, but the elite or a lot of entertainers, they rock the off-brand version, meaning, you know, you might got to pay Air Force Ones, you paid $100 and something for, you know, $200, but Virgil puts his twist on Air Force One, and his Air Force Ones might go for $800. You know what I'm saying? $900, $700 because of the brand Off-White. You know, Off-White has done a lot of deals with, you know, Nike, Supreme, you know, things of that nature. For those who don't know, Off-White is a designer brand. You dig? And this shit is very expensive. $800 for sneakers, $1,000 for hoodies. You understand? 500 for jeans, shit like that. You know, very expensive. And that's what the rappers wear, right? The rappers and entertainers wear Off-White to distinguish themselves from regular people. You know, basically what I'm saying is, you know, they know everybody might have them same number 6 Jordans, so they'll get the Off-White 6 Jordans just to pay a little bit more money and make sure that nobody that so-called regular person can afford them or got them. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. When you see them with all their Jordans, like you might see Fat Joe Plotter's Jordans, but all his Jordans really cost like $400-500. We got a different version. You know, they got even when you sign directly to Nike, they got the brand they give to the celebrities, and then they got the brand they sell to you. You dig? Just like they've been reported years ago, that all the Jordans that came out are not the same exact Jordans that came out when Jordan was playing. They basically watered them all down, and they got cheaper texture. That's why some of y'all have learned that when you wear Jordans or certain pairs of Jordans you might have bought, them shits hurt your feet. You understand? Because some of those are generic versions of the sneaker. And this again, they've been playing a long time ago. And I'm pretty sure y'all have bought certain Nikes that was expensive, but them shits hurt your fucking feet. I don't care if they was Air Max. You know what I'm talking about. You dig? But when it comes to the elite, they give them the top of the notch brand. You know, they give them top of the line. You know, the best leathers, the best, shoestrings, like the best rubber, and their sneaker is like the way sneakers used to be built back in the day. But now they add the tax on it, for the entertainers. And Virgil, who was the CEO of Off-White brand, he was a master at remixing clothes and putting extra prices on that shit. You understand? That was his lane. So by him doing that, when he started his own thing, he basically he was working for Louis Vuitton as well, and he was the director of Louis Vuitton. And they saying that Virgil, he was found dead of cancer at the age of 41, and he leaves behind a wife and 2 kids, and they say that he was fighting this cancer for over 2 years. That's what they say, you know what I'm saying? And they also say that, Kim Kardashian was cool with him and his family, you know what I'm saying? And like I told you, man, that's a family of witches. You dig? That's just what it is. That's why you always gonna see them in that all black. That's their favorite color, all black. You dig? Black hair, black clothes. They witches. You understand? I'm gonna say allegedly on that, but y'all know what I'm talking about. And that's why I'm trying to show y'all this track record. All right, boom. Travis Scott did his thing. You heard? He did his little, I'm talking about, that little massacre, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Y'all seen what he did at that show, right? You seen people getting burnt up. You seen kids dying. You seen people dying, right? And I told y'all, right, Travis Scott's not going to get in no trouble. I told y'all that. And you'll see right after he popped out, Kanye West started popping out, doing his little rants again on Drink Champs. Boom. Then you'll see right after that, Kim Kardashian dropped her Fendi line. Boom. Then weeks after that, your boy Virgil is dead. And I'm showing you that all of them are from the same circle. Soon as you start seeing certain people pop out, you start seeing all this crazy shit start happening again. Now remember, right? Before the Travis Scott concert, everything was quiet. I'm gonna say before Halloween. You know what I'm saying? Before Halloween, everything was quiet. You'll see after Halloween, you started seeing the chaos, the mayhem, the murder within the industry once again. You start seeing the bullshit. We've seen Young Dolph get his life taken after Halloween, before Thanksgiving. And for those that don't know, I told y'all we in the dark season. We in the dark time. Anytime you get in the fourth quarter after Halloween, you in the dark season. Because the earth is allegedly at a different position further away from the sun. That's why your days are shorter. And that's why you're always going to see, even in real life, in your neighborhood, in your city, all around America, around the world, you're going to just be hearing death, murder, killings. Because this is the time of the year where lunatics lose their mind, because it's more of a lunar season, meaning it's more dark. You understand? And we revolve off the moon's energy. So when you get the whole science of lunatic, these are the people whose brain is on a different frequency when nighttime hit. Like for those who, I'm gonna break it down, right? For those who might work in a nursing home, you might work around, disabled individual, mentally challenged people. You always see when it's a full moon, they might start acting up. Your job might be harder that night. They might start yelling, screaming, all type of shit. You might, if it's a weirdo on the street, you know what I'm saying, that's supposed to be on medication, he's walking around, it's a full moon, he might get a little crazy that night, because that's where the saying lunatic come from. It comes from the moon energy. And y'all heard about 3 o'clock, which is 3 a.m. in the morning, is the devil's hour. Some call it the witch's hour. But you'll see it happens at night, because that's the time where the lunatics come out. But I want to show y'all a track record on how once we came into the dark season, you've been seeing a lot of chaos. We've seen those trials take place. This is the time of the year where they love to stir up emotions. We see the new strand pop out to create more panic, fear, and chaos. This is the season where they're gonna try to scare the living daylights out of you. They're gonna try to scare the shit out of you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to tell you, right? That's the time of the year we in. So you got to pay attention on how all this shit is taking place. But this man, Virgil, he died of cancer at the age of 41. And if I'm not mistaken, that man was just doing this thing. You understand? And then we got to look into how Kanye West wiped his Instagram account clean following the death of his homeboy. You dig? And for those who've been paying attention, Kanye West was recently, or the past couple of years, he's been taking a lot of shots at Virgil. If I'm not mistaken, on Drink Champs, his recent interview, he was taking shots at Virgil. Then you got to see this fake beef between Kanye and his girl. They supposed to be breaking up, do all this dating, all this fake shit. All these shit's a distraction. I'm telling you. That's what's going on. But my point with this whole thing, Virgil. What up, P? Let's talk about it. I see you up with me early this morning, bro. We had a good show last night. Me and my man P was just talking about the other day. I brought it to his attention. I said, "Yo, bro, you remember remember LRG? How many of y'all remember that gear LRG, that fashion, the clothes? They had the fly jeans. The jeans was like $70, $80. They had the shirts, hoodies. And Boosie used to wear it a lot. A lot of rap used to wear it a lot. LRG. I said it was popping like around, '07, '08, '09. I think it went out like about 2010, 11, somewhere around that line. And LRG had also made it to Macy's. But what people don't understand is that the guy who created LRG, he was found dead. He was found dead. It was a young Asian brother, you dig? And he was successful. Now you got to remember, you got to go back into this time when LRG was popping. You'll see everything else had already fell. Rockaway had fell. Sean John had fell. Academics had all that hip hop gear had fell, right? And this guy, I don't remember his exact name, but the maker of LRG, he was mysteriously found dead at one point. Because I've been learned back then. You see, I don't care what brand you build. I don't care what brand you fucking build. Like they say, when you get in that $100 million bracket, when you start getting that big $1 million bracket, you're going to get approached. And they're going to want to buy into your company. And they're going to want to buy you out eventually. And if you don't comply, they will take your shit from you. That's how this shit works. That's the game of America. See, that's why I'm going to show y'all something. That's why whenever anything is created, you will see whenever anything is created, eventually corporations or the government are going to come and try to buy you out. You did. You see the game with Russell Simmons. Russell Simmons was a smart man. That's why you never could understand why Russell Simmons, why he sell baby fat, why he sell fat farm. Yo, why did Carl Kanai sell Carl Kanai when it was popping? Because they already knew what time it was. Them niggas, they didn't want to die over their brand. Because when you build something in this country, when it gets to a certain level, you have to let the investors and the corporations buy into your product. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. You only can be independent, but for so long in America, because it's part of the American way where, this is the land of freedom and where you can create whatever you want. And then that what you create, it creates market, it creates revenue. It creates money on many different levels that could be used in America. You dig? That's like, I'm gonna give an example. Say you created your own car right now. You created your own car, your own brand. You feel me? Goodyear gonna want to get paid off the tire. They're gonna want to do a deal with you on the tires. You dig? Another company gonna want to do a deal with you on the engine. Another company's gonna want to do a deal with you. Castro might want to do a deal with you for the oil that goes in the car. Another company gonna want to do a deal with you to make your windshields. I'm showing you how when you create something and you get to a certain point, they make it where you have to basically sell out so other entities that's on the stock market can make money off your creation. You understand? The same way, I'm gonna break it down in YouTube terms. Why you think when you get to a certain level on YouTube, you got to get that YouTube plaque, and that's when you become compromised. That's when certain commercials have to go on your page. Certain things have to be done. You have to start following a certain guideline because you're in a corporation bracket and they don't want to violate certain investors. You got to understand what's going on. I also told y'all this yesterday about with the NBA young boy on how YouTube wiped his videos away because his videos, it don't coincide with the YouTube program. I'm just showing you when you don't let them buy in, they will take your shit from you or they will take you up out of here. That's how this shit works. You also heard about You heard about Johnny Versace. You heard about how he was mysteriously found up out of here. He got killed, and they said it was by a gay lover. We don't know. It's not my business. But you see what happened to Versace. So I'm just giving you examples. And he was slaughtered in a Versace mansion in Florida, if I'm not mistaken. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Even when you start playing with that fashion, anytime you start playing with a brand and it gets to a certain level, you're gonna have to either sell out or compromise. You dig? If you don't sell out, they're gonna tell you how it's gonna go. They're gonna tell you how it's gonna be done and what you're gonna do. And if you don't want to comply with it, you dig? They're either gonna slander you or they'll ruin your brand and you will not be successful no more. And then if you're really hard-headed and your brand is worth really a lot of money, they will take you out. Why you think Mark Zuckerberg started Facebook from college? But when it got to a certain level, the government bought him out. Because that's how it works. And let's just say if Mark Zuckerberg didn't want to sell Facebook anyway, they would have found a way to take it from him anyway. And that's the American way. You dig? Because at the end of the day, no matter the race, we all are property. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. And I'm talking about definitely when it comes to creation. You also heard about, your history from, they say, slavery. And you heard about, the black man created the lights. Some say jokingly the black man created ice cream. You know what I'm saying? We know about the peanut with George Washington Carver. We know about every creation in America that they say black people created. Eventually, it was taken from them. And some of these things that was taken from us are still on the market to this day. Street lights, shit like that. A lot of things are still a bag. It's still a lot of money. And some of these things we created, but guess what? If you was a slave, your master got the credit because you was his slave and you created it for master. The same way after slavery in the early 1900s, things of that nature, they would straight book niggas and straight rob people for their creations through the patent. If you didn't have it copywritten, if you didn't have a patent on it, they would straight up jack your shit and you couldn't do nothing about it. And that happened to a lot of black people in this world, in America, period. You understand? And I gotta be real. We still create things and they get taken from us. Let's look at hip hop. They told you how hip hop started out in the park. It started in the park, right? Block parties. Finding a light post to plug just to get the electricity flowing from. Started in the streets. Rapping on the mic. People bringing the speakers out, bringing the mics out, all the kids, all the people coming out, jamming at the party. That shit started on the block. Then the DJ would play the music, and in between the music, it would be break beats. And then somebody would get on a mic and start rocking the show, which later became called the MC. You dig? And when he rocked the party, next thing you know, he had a little swag with it. He started making his words rhyme and things of that nature. Then this is where we got rap from, hip hop. You dig? And this shit went on throughout the whole America, throughout the whole 5 boroughs. But let's look how far hip hop is now to this day. Now let's also look at who's in control of hip hop music to this day. Who the fuck can tell you what you can rap about, what you can't rap about? You know what I'm saying? Where you could do a show at, where you can't do a show at. Look how, on YouTube, I can't play no hip hop music on YouTube because it has to be licensed. I can't just create a channel on YouTube, my own radio station, so everybody can tap in and hear my good music that I put together for the people. I can't even DJ off of YouTube. You know why? Because it's controlled. They jacked hip hop from us a long time ago. And that's when you heard that when they jacked hip hop music, they used it as a weapon against us. That's why in the early 90s, hip hop became something else. You always heard about the story, but I'm going to clarify for those who don't know. Hip hop music officially changed when NWA came out. That's when they officially used it as a weapon against us. And it was promotion called Niggas with Attitudes, which made it chaos in America for a lot of white people. Because the image was portrayed at that point that we were niggas with attitudes and we would kill anything and we would do anything. Then you'll see right after that came out, you'll see they started calling us super criminals, super convicts, super predators. And right after that, we started going to jail at mass incarceration because it was a program. It was used against us because they jacked it. So I'm just showing you how a lot of this shit start. And this man, Virgil, right? He used to work for Kanye West. And we know he sold out from Kanye West. He probably separated himself from Kanye West or whatever. Who say Kanye West could have been acting like a jackass? We don't know. That's not the point. But we know they both was best friends and they was cool. And he was just speaking about this man, Virgil. But now Virgil, he's up out of here. And no matter how much money he made, how much clothes he put out, he died of cancer, allegedly. So that's what I'm trying to show you, man. It's not always about that fame. It's not always about these big corporations. Sometimes you got to know what level to stay on if you want longevity. Because when you try to be big, 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 that's when you might meet your fate. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And you got to understand, some people do make deals with the devil. When you sign your name on certain contracts, you are literally signing over to Satan. You dig? You're going to get rewarded with a lot of money. You're going to get a lot of shine. But when the Grim Reaper come to collect, you got to pay your debt. So you got to know what come with that. And I'm not speaking no boogeyman shit. I'm not talking no false gospels. I'm not promoting no agendas. I'm keeping it real. When you want that bag, it's a price that come with it. Why y'all also think, remember when Jay-Z, Dame Dash, and Big sold Rockefeller for 30 million? Why you think they sold it? Because they knew it was time to sell. And a lot of people said that was their plan from the beginning, and everything you seen after that was a fake beef. Because the whole plan was for them to get together and sell it, because they knew at one point they would have to sell Rockefeller Records. That's why soon after they sold it, Jay-Z bought it back, and then he started coming with the Roc Nation program. But then you also see that once they sold out, they made Jay-Z the president of Def Jam. That was like a way of rewarding him and put him in position to still eat and still win. I got to understand, see, these people are selected, man, and they got nothing to do with no talent, man. Moving right along. Trey Songz reportedly being investigated for sexual assault in Las Vegas. He was celebrating his 37th birthday on a Saturday, and him and his entourage took several women back to their hotel, and after that, shit went left. We got to talk about this because I was just talking about this yesterday on how hip-hop music, R&B, the entertainment world, it been created a rape lifestyle, running trains and messing with underage women, as well as underage boys. And I gotta say this, that Trey Songz is still a dumbass nigga. You know why he's a dumbass nigga? Because you're 37 years old and you still running with an entourage. You stupid nigga. That's what I was trying to tell y'all, right? I told y'all part of us going into a new world, a new dimension is a lot of the old shit that you used to do, you can't do no more. It won't be tolerated. So when I see a nigga like Trey Songz still running with an entourage, right? Still going to the club, picking out chicks, going back to the room to smash. For one, nigga, it's so-called COVID out here. For two, it's a lot of disease carrying motherfuckers out here. And you still going to places, picking out women and taking them back to your hotel with an entourage. Now, did we not see the same thing happen to Tupac in the 90s? How he got caught up in sexual allegations due to the fact that he was running trains. Or matter of fact, I would say he had a personal relationship with this woman. But when Tupac wasn't looking, or at the end of the day, his friends tried to take advantage of this woman, and that's how it was back then. Don't get it fucked up. You had back then, if a woman really liked a man of a certain level, the nigga would say, if you love me that much, show some love to my friends. And some women didn't like that. And then some women would feel violated after that, and they would cry out rape. So I'm gonna tell you how this shit really used to go down. You understand? As a teenager, I was around the industry, and I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And I'll get into them stories at a later date. But what I'm telling you is, it would be consensual sex, but when it was said and done, the third nigga to hit, the third nigga to smash, she might have violated the girl. Now she feel foul. She wake up like, hold up, this nigga just let his friend smash me. I'm calling rape. I'm pressing charges on that nigga tomorrow. And that's the type of shit that happened to Tupac. And people also know, due to hip hop music, brainwashing, you was taught to run trains. See, you was taught to have sex with women with a bunch of niggas around. But see, now when we look at that, that could be considered fruit ball behavior. You dig? But you was taught that you wasn't a man if you ain't run a train. You was taught that you wasn't really getting none if you ain't run a train on a chick. Or you and your homeboy, y'all ain't really mans and see I run a train on a chick. See? What Biggie said? He said something to the nature of money and blood don't mix. Like two dudes with no chicks find yourself in serious shit. Some to that nature. Cause y'all know Biggie had a couple of fruit ball bars. Let's be real. Cause that was Biggie way of selling out when Puff had him writing them lyrics. Let's be real. So I'm trying to show y'all it was a pattern of a lot of foul sexual behavior within hip hop, and it was authorized. I talked about it yesterday. That's why when the Me Too movement came, Russell Simmons got the fuck up out of here. And he was sanctioning a lot of this sexual activity in hip hop. A lot of hip hop shows used to be in the village. You dig? And I'm talking about early 2000s. A lot of rap parties was in the village too. Don't get it twisted. You understand? But this nigga Trey Songz, 37 years old. I don't even know if he's still married. And a lot of these niggas got all the money they want in the world. They still can't pick that one woman and just fall in love. They can't pick that one woman and just do their thing. And we also have had allegations of Trey Songz being down with that rainbow, but he has not admitted it yet. So sometimes this is still a behavior of niggas that like to smash in front of a lot of, niggas like to smash females in front of a lot of niggas, right? Because we call it meat watching. You see? You could be trying to run a train with niggas, and they ain't looking at the female nigga, they looking at you. And some niggas, that's how they get off. And it seems to me like Trey Songz might be one of these weirdos that like to get off watching all his homeboys pull their meat out. Because they say that this man is being investigated for sexual assault in Las Vegas. And after the show, they took the women to the room. And that's where shit went left. You heard R. Kelly put the song out, Girl, You Want to Come to My Hotel. You dig? He was telling you in that song. Because that's what it was. You go to the club, you go somewhere, you find a chick, you bring her back to the room, and you run a train on her. You see? But really the whole time, a lot of them niggas was meat watching, violating women. You dig? The woman might be in love with R. Kelly. He gonna take his power and make her smash 5 niggas. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This shit was going on. And it still goes on. But that's why I say we gotta look at Trey Songz, that he's a dumb motherfucker. He's a dumbass nigga to still be trying to smash women, random women that he meet on the street, and take them back to a fucking hotel in Vegas. And this nigga's from Virginia. I'm just showing you the pattern of a dumb nigga with money, and I'm showing you the behavior of a nigga that set themselves up for failure. Because once again, nigga, you can have any woman you want from any profession. Nigga, these niggas don't want a doctor. They don't want a lawyer. They don't want a chick that make $250,000 salary a year, 100,000 a year, a woman that's gonna hold it down, don't ask them for nothing. No, they want trash. They want skeezers. You understand? They want birds. They want bad bitches. You feel me? They want thoughts because they don't come with no responsibility. And for some reason, they love women that other niggas done ran through. Y'all ain't noticed that? Y'all ain't noticed how all these niggas share the same girl? No matter how much money they got, they share the same box. Y'all ain't noticed that? Because some niggas are infatuated where other niggas stick their penis at. Some people are infatuated with that. That's how you'll see the trace of a nasty nigga. Y'all know that from the block. You got some niggas, they always a mess with their homeboy girl after he done with them. Because some niggas are infatuated with other niggas. So they want to get with the chick and start talking about, yo, how was that dude? Start asking you, you know what I'm saying? That shows you weirdo niggas. And I'm going to tell you this. Whenever a nigga, anytime one of your homeboys, or of my ladies, your homegirls, anytime they mess with one of your exes that used to hang around every day, that proves they always wanted your ex the whole time. And that's how that shit go. For my niggas, you always had your homeboy around you and your shorty 24/7. You had that nigga being a third leg. You dig? You had the nigga all up in the crib doing everything with the nigga around your girl. And then when you stop fucking with her or you go to jail, or you get low, this nigga fucking with your girl now. And you want to be surprised. Because the nigga was lusting off your girl the whole time, stupid. Same thing with women. You feel me? You always got your girlfriend around your man, always got your girlfriend up in the crib. You know, you got her going with you everywhere, the third leg, out of town, all these other places. And then you wonder why she fucking with your nigga. Because they was plotting the whole time. This been happening throughout history for a long time. And people still doing this shit. So that's my point. We know Trey Songz is a dumbass nigga because you're not even in the game no more. You're not even in the limelight no more, nigga. And you still being investigated for sexual assault. You did for bringing a woman back to your hotel. And this nigga's 37 years old. So this is what I'm trying to show you how dumb niggas like him get caught up in situations like that. And I'm not saying this man committed this crime, but I'm trying to show you how niggas set themselves up for failure. You dig? Still trying to have a bunch of niggas around an entourage. Why the fuck you got an entourage, boy? You a grown man. You scared to move alone, nigga? You scared to just move with you and your security guards and about 2 other niggas? You got an entourage. And that's why they set themselves up for failure. And it's a woman. They got the police on his ass, and this nigga might be going to jail or getting brought up on some serious charges. You dig? So we're gonna pay attention to him. Salute to the chat. Sincere Jackson, Princess India, Key, Miss Playful, good morning. 1090 boy, it was popping, homie. I see you in the building. Blue money, tiptoe through. The turn up, yeah. The turnips, that's what I'm talking about. Thanks for pulling up. You know what I'm saying? Had a long night last night. But you know I gotta bring the information to the table, you heard? But this is the shit that's still going on in the game. And we keep seeing the same pattern, the same pattern. That's why we got to understand this music shit is trash for real. You know what I'm saying? If you notice, it's more about everything else except good music. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not nobody that's set in my ways. I be wanting to hear some good music, but we know a lot, it's over for these celebrity niggas because they're changing shit up. These celebrities, they had no more power. What they better do is hold on to the last of their money and keep their taxes paid because they really ready to take a lot of these niggas' money anyway. They want to take all their money, and that's why I spoke about yesterday the Epstein situation. And a lot of them entertainers better hope, you know what I'm saying, better hope they don't end up in that court because it's going to be over for them. You dig? That's why the smart entertainers are laying low. You understand? And we got to even also remember, even the Hollywood actors and actresses, they not getting no job. The actress, she's not getting no. Why you think Holly Berry been popping out? I done seen allegations of Holly Berry fucking with Young M.A. You know the rapper? Yeah. I done seen reports of that shit. So I'm just showing you how they all fucked up in the head right now. And they not making no money and they don't have no fucking voice. So that's why I'm trying to tell you, for those who look up to celebrities, you on your own right now, because they're not gonna help you. And we've seen that with the Travis Scott situation. People have broke it down. I broke the story down from the rip. A lot of people showed you how that whole shit was orchestrated, and no motherfuckers was walking into the belly of the beast. You know what I'm saying? When you seen that mouth open and they was walking into that mouth, they was walking into the belly of the beast. You did, and then you seen that red dragon on the stage. You did, when that fire came out, and all them people got flamed and burnt and choked and trampled, and he walked clean away. You did. They told you about charges being pressed, but you ain't seen no charges pressed, and you don't know when he gonna have his day in court. Because I told you that was a ritual. Period. I told you when Young Dolph got smoked, or you gonna get his blues clues, ain't nobody getting caught. What happened? More niggas than got smoked since Young Dolph got killed in that same city, and ain't nobody going to jail. So you got to understand how this shit work. Some people are authorized to kill, and some people just ain't. You know, some people are authorized to do the robbing and the stealing, and some people gonna always go to jail. That's why I'm telling y'all, crime don't pay, right? And you gotta think for yourself because there's so many things in place that you ain't even gonna understand what's going on. But that's the main things I had to touch on, and I'm gonna do a recap, right? I'm gonna do a recap for those that just pulled up. Virgil Abloh, if that's his name, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? He might be an African brother, whatever. He's something of a foreign entity. I don't know. You did. He's the CEO of Off-White Clothing, Off-White designer clothing. You understand? Where he sold sneakers for $900, you know, hoodies for $1,000, shit like that. You know, shit that people in the hood really can't afford. Or I'm not gonna just say in the hood, things that the average family, you know, pay their taxes, got kids, they really can't afford this type of clothing. You know, they can't really afford it without hurting their pockets. You understand? But this type of clothes he was making, and I was also telling you about the whole designer shoe scam. The whole designer clothing is like a scam anyway. And one thing I know for sure, Fendi, Gucci, Louis, all of them are under the same umbrella. They all made in the same factories, and a lot of that shit is made in China. It's just that the tags and other detailing are processed later on in Italy. That's it. These are facts. Because a woman that used to work for Balenciaga, she spilled the beans. You did a couple years ago. And I spoke on how Virgil, he left Kanye West, and Kanye West really was mad at this man. He was real grumpy over this man, Virgil, for a couple of years, and he was throwing shots at Virgil. And since Virgil died, Kanye West has wiped his whole Instagram account clean. And it sounds to me like that man's trying to cover his tracks. You feel me? So that's why we got to pay attention to what's going on. And Kanye West, we know he's a Gemini. And when you're dealing with an entertainer that's a Gemini, or I'm gonna say that they hang around witches, he's definitely a two-faced individual. Meaning he played both sides. When he want to speak for the hood, he gonna say everything he know the hood want to hear. When he want to appeal to black people, he gonna say everything he want to hear. But when he get around them designers, when he get around them people from France, the Europeans, the Kardashians, he's going to talk in a whole nother tone. He's going to talk like Kanye West, the proper white individual. He's going to use his schooling that his mom gave him, and he's going to talk in a whole nother tone, in a whole nother etiquette. So that's why I say he's a two-faced Gemini, and you got to know about Janus. You dig? This is all science that's going on, and all of these niggas deal with the occult. They all deal with rituals. Y'all heard about it, but it's true. Once you get to a certain level of them 100 mils and billionaires and all that, you got to give something up. That's just how the shit go. You dig? With Kanye West, his friend Virgil, he's up out of there, and he died of cancer at 41 years old. He was making a lot of money, doing a lot of good, doing a lot of things, but obviously this man couldn't even take care of his own health, allegedly. You see? It's a pattern to this shit. I also spoke on, which I just heard me speak on, Trey Songz, this dumb nigga. You know what I'm saying? He got allegations against him, and he's a dumb nigga because he still got an entourage, and he's being investigated for sexual assault charges. And it probably gave a chick some Molly, some blow, and probably ran a train on her and probably had her out of mind. You feel me? And he probably thought because he was in Vegas he was gonna get away with that shit. But that's what I'm trying to tell you. Y'all know my slogan is stay in the house, man. Stay your ass in the fucking house. Don't keep trying to do all this partying shit. Don't keep trying to do all this extra shit. Yeah, we all get bored. We all human beings, but you got to understand there's a certain program set up in place right now, and it's called Take Yourself Out. It's also called the purge of slow motion. So that's why every time you step out your crib, it's like rolling the dice. You definitely taking a chance. I don't care if you come out in the morning, noon, or night. You might get smashed by a vehicle that a nigga ain't got no license plates. You understand? People get, there's a lot of vehicular homicides going on. It's a lot of mass shootings going on. It's a lot of things going on. Rapings, robbings. You heard? Stalking. All this shit is going on. And you'll see, what's the main thing we see? We see that the police are standing down. After everybody was talking about defund the police, now they're standing down. But I'm also break something down about that defund the police. See, what that really was about is they realize in this world now they don't need a lot of foot soldiers on, they don't need a lot of cops just sitting in their car, eating donuts, drinking coffee, walking around. For those that's in the city, in New York City, a lot of police walk around. They just be doing nothing sometimes, and technology are replacing them. They have put all the money into technology and locking niggas up. Eye retina scanning, voice scanning, body scanning, satellites, mass computers. You see, since the pandemic, you've been seeing computers get put all up in your neighborhood, all on the highway. That's part of the infrastructure bill. Joe is remodeling. Not only is he remodeling the highways and bridges, but they're putting a whole bunch of new technology camera installations in place. That's why when you try to run from New York to Florida, nigga, they got you already. You understand? When you try to run from New York to California, they already got you. And the cars they're making are going to comply with this same technology. Where you might be on a run, you hop in your car, take you up out of there, and do 5G technology, they shut your car down because your shit is electric. It's already on GPS and it's electric. Shut your shit down. Root. That's what they're working on right now as we speak. That's part of what the whole 1.2 trillion and all the extra money was about with these bridges, tunnels, these cars. I told y'all about how you're gonna be able to get in the car and that shit gonna be able to smell if you had lick on your breath and that shit ain't gonna start up. That's what they're working on right now as we speak. That's why I told you we're going in a whole nother dimension. And as long as you're not dealing with crime, you don't really have nothing to worry about. But if you live a life of crime and you're a foul individual, right, and you always used to cheating the system, like once upon a time, a lot of us was in them streets and we was masters at beating the system, I'm here to tell you that shit ain't gonna work no more. And that's what that whole defund the police shit was about. Because everything is going digital. The same thing with shopping. Let's be real. You don't have to go shopping no more in no fucking store. You can buy your clothes directly from any company you want to. So really, when you go shopping, that's really old school. You feel me? Remember your grandmother, your mother used to take you shopping. That's really the old America. Going to the mall, that's old shit, really. Let's be real. I'm showing you how the world is changing. Any brand, I don't care if it's Louis, Gucci, Polo, Tommy, Nike, I don't care what brand, you can order directly from the company and don't have to leave your home no more. So really, when you go shopping, that's for old school shit. That's old school people. And what I mean by that is then, okay, let's say you go to Jimmy Jazz. When you go to Jimmy Jazz, don't you know the whole city shopping at that one same store? That's why you see everybody in your hood with the same coat. You see everybody with the same sneakers. You see everybody with the same jacket because you still shopping at the same store, the whole city shopping in, and everybody walking around looking like clones and mannequins. You feel me? Because before the shit hit the store, they already sat in the office and said, boom, this shirt will go good with these pants, that'll go with these sneakers, that'll go with this fitted. Why you think when they dropped these clothes, they had a hat to match in Jimmy Jazz, the shirt to match, the pants to match, the belt, everything matches because they already know how they wanted you to wear the shit. They picked out your clothes for you before you went in the store. But you thought you was going in the store getting fresh. No, nigga. Somebody already picked the outfit out and they put it in the store. And they knew you was going to go buy the same exact shit. And they do this all over the world. But I'm trying to tell you, we live in a time now, nigga, you can buy from the Nike store. You did. I'm talking about online. Your shit might come from Oregon. You can shop at, you know what I'm saying, the Tommy store. I'm just giving you different brands. You can shop at the companies direct now. You don't have to let the store pick your clothes out and overcharge you. I've been doing this shit for about 10 years now. I don't fucking shop at store. Only time I go to stores if I'm just picking up a piece real quick. Say I order some shit online, I ain't got nothing to match, then I go out on foot and find what match with that. You know what I'm saying? I try to find matches, mismatches, but I never go in the store and pick out a whole outfit. You dig? I'm being real. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking nobody that do, but I'm just showing you how the world has changed and how the, you know what I'm saying? That's how we know a nigga that can't dress. When he go in the store and he pick out the whole outfit from that store from head to toe, nigga, you look like a mannequin to me. I don't care how much money you got. You ain't got no swag. You look like a cardboard. You look stiff. And guess what? These same people, they already know how you think before you do it. The same way I was breaking this down the other day. Y'all ever notice, right? For those who do go to Family Dollar and things of that nature, you ain't notice when you go to Family Dollar and you go to pay for your shit, they got the blunts, everything right in the front. Like they know what blunts you smoke. They got all the flavored blunts. They got all this extra Black and Miles, Newports. See, because they know who you are. They know who shop at Family Dollar. They know how to go in the hood. You know, that's why when you go in these stores, they got all the products they know niggas love. It's all design. It's called predictive programming. And then you'll see every brand in that store is on the market. Even they sell dollar wine coolers in some Family Dollar, shit like that. They know the type of, they know you like to drink them fruity drinks. You know, you're gonna go to Family Dollar, get you some shit for your house. On your way out, you might get a cooler and a blunt or Black and Mild. They know how you think. That's what I'm trying to tell you. All this shit is programming. And to this day, you still don't know who owns Family Dollar. You don't know who owns Dollar Tree. You don't know who they are, but a lot of people making money every day. That's why you heard recently about Dollar Tree went up on all their products. Ain't a dollar no more. And I used to work for Dollar Tree back in the day. You know what I'm saying? My point is this. You see how they kindly went up on them products because it's on the stock market. Everybody got to eat off your poverty. All this shit is by design. I'm trying to tell y'all. Salute to the chat. Princess India, welcome to the building. You know what I'm saying? Sincere Jackson, Boss B. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say shout out to all my supporters. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Rondell. Unpopular's opinion, you understand? Rondell's unpopular opinion, you did, because she speak her mind. Shout out to my boy Jay Marvelous, you understand, for sharing my video yesterday, for always supporting me, you did. Shout out to my boy Zeke Black, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy P. Let's talk about it. Like I said, we're gonna have a lot of content coming our way. Stay tuned. We just getting started. Really, we closing the year out. You know what I'm saying? I really just started a couple months ago. You know, me and my man P, we just started a couple months ago. And you just really looking at the foundation. It's just that it's the end of the year. So when that new year jump off, best believe things are going to turn up at a real high level. You dig? Understand that. But I definitely want everybody to know that I appreciate everybody in the building and that, you know what I'm saying, I don't take nobody for granted. So if this is your first time, definitely hit the notification bell. You understand? Subscribe and leave a comment. Don't forget that. You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing right there. And like I said, when you pull up here, we family, and that's how we do this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna let the chat shine for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Yep, that's a fact. Yep. When you look up stuff on your phone, you look up things, period. Next thing you know, it come in your time. Exactly. Predictive programming. Yep, that's exactly how I do. That's how these companies, these marketers and companies, yeah, that's how they feel like they know what you want. They feel like they know what you're looking for. They try to think for you. That's what they do. These are all promotional scams, you know. It happens all the time because everything is tied together. That's right. You know, it really comes from that Google search engine. That's right. That's a fact. Just like I told y'all before, right? You gotta always turn off your Google location history. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't know. Everywhere you go it's a database of where you've been at, where you going, everywhere you go. You understand? And it got nothing to do with your location being on. Google got its own location history. You know what I'm saying? Where they can trace back where the fuck you was at 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? What restaurant you was in, all that. Rastafari, what's going on, bro? I see you tapping in from the West Coast. You know, salute to my people on the West Coast too that tapping all the time. I got number love for my people from the West Coast, the Midwest, you know what I'm saying, as well as the South and the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? We all family. Even my people from overseas. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? Boss B, that's right. Everything is going digital. When you come outside, you just coming outside because that's what you want to do. But really, you don't have to come outside. I mean, you're really supposed to come outside just to get your fresh air. You know what I'm saying? Get some sunlight. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do. But you really don't have to go outside and be going from this store to that store and all the people in the car with you. Like, you ain't got to do that no more. Burning up your gas. You know, gas is high. That's really what they want you to do. Keep overspending yourself. They want you to keep overspending and just doing too much. That's how they keep you occupied and run your pockets. You know what I'm saying? Gotti Savage, what's going on, bro? What's cracking, my brother? You know what I'm saying? Always supporting the bro. You know what I'm saying? Always in the building. What's good? I know I had to put on today, man. I started out late, but I had a long night. But you know I gotta still put on. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do this. But everybody gonna shine over here. Manny Styles, what's good, bro? Top of the top, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's why I tell y'all, leave a comment. That's how I know who's who, man. I know who family through the comment section. I see that consistency. Like I told you, I'm about to be giving out some more wrenches soon too. I'm about to be giving out some more wrenches. You know what I mean? All my people that's consistent, you know what I'm saying? I give out wrenches. What's going on Forever North? That's the bro. That's family. You understand? Good morning, Latasha Jordan. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for coming to the channel. And like I said, we family over here. That's why I gotta thank Rondell, J Marvelous, Miss Playful as well for sharing my content and putting people on. Definitely appreciate the support. You know what I'm saying? And this right here is really one of my off days because I just went to bed like 3 something, got up like, you know, a little before 7. So this is one of my off days, but I'm gonna still turn up and do what I do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna really, really turn up as time go on. What up, T History? What's good, bro? Tapping in from Boston. You heard? And that's why I say, man, when y'all in the chat, y'all vibe, you know what I mean? Show love and it is what it is, man. We don't have too much confusion over here. But like I said, I had to let the chat shine and do what it do, man. But like I say, man, I done touched on these topics, right? The maker of Off-White and the director of Louis Vuitton, he's now dead, resting in peace. Or he might not be resting in peace, but because he died of cancer. You dig? And this Kanye West homeboy, and they had a little smoke, and now he's gone. And Kanye West has wiped his whole Instagram account clean. So we're gonna be paying attention to further details on this shit because a lot of times these niggas be telling on themselves, and that's just a fact. That's just what they do. And we also heard about how Trey Songz, dumbass, he's being watched for sexual assault charges. He might be being brought up on some serious charges because him and his entourage was out here violating women. And I told y'all, nobody gives a fuck about the women and the kids. But that's why people like me here. What up, Jaheim? Where you been at, bro? I ain't see you in a minute. Jaheim, tapping in front of 757, also known as VA. You know what I'm saying? That's how I go around here. So like I said, I ain't gonna hold y'all up for the day, right? Hopefully y'all enjoyed the show. And like I say, man, keep the day going. Have a positive day. Have a blessed day. Keep your energy up real high. You know what I'm saying? Keep your vibes right. Don't let nobody distract you. Don't let nobody set you back. You understand? And just try to be great. Or if you know what I'm saying? The least you could do is try to have a great mentality and keep your head up. You dig? And that's what I'm gonna say. I got nothing but love for my people. And tonight we will be on Grown Man Talk again, 10 p.m. We restoring the love. We restoring order back to the city, back to New York. We showing unity. Y'all seen a lot of people from New York that came online, and you seen a lot of clowning. You seen a lot of fighting, bickering, and arguing. But guess what? Everything is getting put back in perspective because guess what? They woke up the sleeping giants. You know the New York Giants? Yeah, they done woke up the New York Giants. And you're going to see some things happening. You dig? So I'm going to tell y'all right now, stay in the loop. And to any brother that I might have had any type of friction with, just know it ain't personal and I don't hate you. And it ain't never no day, you know what I'm saying, to make things right. And I'm going to tell that for everybody. It's never too late to make something right if it's worth it. Sometimes it's cool to agree to disagree and go your separate way. But anytime you got a chance to put that pride to the side, that ego to the side, and that fucking arrogance, that make you greater and stronger. You dig? And take a real man, a real woman to put a petty difference to the side and come to agreement. You understand? And that's real love. And if it ain't that, it's just fake shit. And with that note, you understand? It's the For No Fame Prime Time episode 49. And I'm up out of here.